Bienvenidos! We're going to talk about verbs in the preterite tense that have a spelling change. These verbs on the board are verbs conjugated in the preterite tense, but they have a spelling change at some point in their conjugations. For the most part, they're regular. They follow the rule for conjugating in the preterite tense, but there is a spelling change. These three verbs, jugar, buscar, almorzar, they have a spelling change just in the yo form, but the rest of the forms are conjugated just like the regular preterite tense. Jugar, the yo form is jugué. We have to add a U to keep that G a hard sound, so it's jugué. Even though jugar is a stem changer in the present tense, we know that AR verbs in the preterite tense do not stem change, so the rest of the forms of jugar follow the rule for preterite tense conjugation. Jugaste, jugó, jugamos, jugaron. For buscar, verbs that end in CAR have a spelling change in the yo form in the preterite tense. It's busqué. QUE. Busqué. Yo busqué. But the rest of the forms are regular. Buscaste, buscó, buscamos, buscaron. These verbs down here, I meant to say that this verb llegar is just like jugar. It has a spelling change in the yo form. Explicar and practicar, explicar, practicar, they have the same spelling change in the yo form as buscar. Almorzar also has a spelling change in the yo form. Almorcé. The Z changes to a C. But the rest of the forms are regular. Almorzaste, almorzó, almorzamos, almorzaron. These two verbs also have the same spelling change in the preterite tense as almorzar. Empezar, comenzar. These three verbs over here just have strange spelling changes. Leer and creer have accent marks on the different forms. Leí, leíste, leyó, leímos, leyeron. So which forms have accent marks? All of the forms except the ellos, ellas, ustedes form. This is the only form of creer and leer in the preterite that does not carry an accent mark. All of the other forms carry an accent mark. For oír, it's the same story. Oí, oíste, oyó, oímos, oyeron. All of the forms carry an accent mark except for the ellos, ellas, ustedes form. Now, with ver, it's almost the complete opposite. Ver is regular in the preterite except that it has no accent anywhere ever. So, vi, viste, vio, vimos, vieron with no accent mark. So these are some of your seemingly regular verbs in the preterite tense with spelling changes. And if you look at the endings of the verbs, GAR, CAR, ZAR, verbs with two vowels together, that would give you a heads up for other verbs that you might encounter that would have similar spelling changes. Ver is just a special case because it only has one letter in the stem. So if we continue to learn other verbs that follow these same spelling structures, you can expect that in the preterite tense, they're going to have the same spelling changes at the end.